Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house right here. Autumn Soul, Heather and
Hello.
Steven.
Hi.
We have a great show with these two. I'm looking forward to this and glad they're on today. But first, I want to thank each and one of you out there checking out the No Cover TV podcast. All the audio shows that are on Spotify are now on YouTube, so check them out. And also check out the great video shows that we're doing. They're on live on Facebook and YouTube. So it's great that we're being able to do it face-to-face again, like back in the TV days where we had a lot of fun. And anything goes. You know, Big Al doesn't edit because it's all great for TV. You guys love what happens. You just never know. Never know. You know what I would say next, people? What is it? My three favorite words. Support, 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 support. These artists. Get to their shows. Pay a cover charge if there is one. Get to the swag table. Get a CD, an album, a hoodie, a t-shirt, coffee mug, bumper sticker, keychain. It goes on. I'm not going to go through that list, but get to the stage, enjoy that show, see if you can stick afterwards, meet these incredible artists, and see if you can get an autograph. You never know where they're going. They're going straight. They're going straight up. You definitely don't know. So, and hang out with them. And remember, these artists right here are doing what they love to do to put a smile on your face, and your smile in return kicks right back to them and hits them hard and makes them smile even bigger. It's a great thing. Music makes this world go around. I believe I really do. So let's get right into it. Autumn Soul, Heather and Steve is in the house. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me today.
Good.
Thank you for having us. We're doing great.
Good. They're in New Hampshire. We were just talking. I'm in Michigan, and it is getting cold, folks. It's getting cold real quick. So we got a lot to talk about. You two have been very busy for quite some time.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
We're in the middle of working on songs right now.
Yeah. And of course, before we started, I had a compliment on the background of they have with all the Christmas ornaments and stuff. We're really in a cheery mood now.
Yes.
I'm a little bit of a Christmas nut.
A little bit of Christmas. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And we don't know. We might be able to get a couple songs out of them throughout the show today. And maybe a holiday song. Who knows? We'll see what happens. All right. I don't know if you've watched the interview at all, but there's some things I like to do with my artist. And, you know, the first one is I want to get in your heads and go way back in time. Can I do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of who I'm going to pick on first.
Heather tells it best, the story.
Well, let's pick on Heather first. All right. You just threw it right at me, didn't you, Steve?
She doesn't mind.
All right. Throw it to the fish. All right. We'll make this easy. All right. We got to go back young. I want 8 to 10 years old. That's when we're listening to our parents' music, putting in the 8 tracks, the albums, whatever. And if we have siblings, we're listening to what they're listening to, and we're kind of honing into what we kind of like. Heather, back then in the day, what were you grasping onto from your parents or maybe siblings?
Well, I'm one of 8 kids. There were 7 girls and 1 boy in the family, and I'm the 7th child, so I'm down the bottom end. My oldest sisters, my 3 oldest sisters, all got married in 1970, and they all were listening to pretty much the 60s music, but not as they were listening to the Beatles, but they were also listening to all the poppy type of songs, you know, the 50s, 60s pop songs. So that's what my first exposure was. Okay. And my parents were listening, they were much older, so they were listening to, you know, classical and not so much 50s, 40s and 30s and 20s. So
big band music.
I was exposed to a little bit of everything. I was in the choir at that age. I joined the choir at 5 years old and sang with my parents in the choir. I sang with my grandfather. He taught me he was the first one that taught me how to sing. He was a great tenor, and he did the pump organ and basically worked my range. That's pretty much now looking back what he was doing. He was getting my range because I had a really large range. I could go very low, but yet I could go soprano 1. He worked on that. So that was my early roots. Okay. Then I went middle school, I started getting into more hard rock, more British rock, actually. British rock really turned me on. So I was into The Who, Led Zeppelin, you know, that type of stuff. So started getting into that stuff. And then that exposed me to some Janis Joplin. And then somehow I also got into big John Denver. So I kind of had a wide range there. I was getting into then that got me into more country. So I was kind of into everything. I really dabbled my feet in everything. I wasn't specific to one genre at all. It
Okay, well,
all influenced me.
it did. And when you were younger, obviously you started out in probably the church choir, then move into a school choir.
Oh yes, absolutely. I was always in chorus, band, and drama.
Okay,
So
sounds like myself too, but I wasn't a great singer. That's wonderful. So, okay, we get in the '70s and we got all this great classic music and stuff, and you're liking the English tone. Did you jump into any of the punk era out of England?
I did a little bit. Yeah, I was into the Ramones.
Ah,
Yeah, I did. I was into a little bit of everything. The Clash, Ramones, you name it. I pretty much it was on my radar.
oh, that was on
Music was
your.
always on.
Okay, all right. Well, let's jump back just a little bit. Okay, when we're getting through high school, you're doing all this drama and you're in the choir and the musicals and stuff. But did you think after 18, when life starts, that this is what you want to continue to do on the side or full time?
Oh, I really wanted to do it, but I knew that it was going to be hard to make any money in it. So I followed a more traditional route early on. I got married fairly young, had 3 kids,
Okay.
to a man that hated music. I could never have music on in the house. He just didn't. Not that he hated it, but he didn't like what I liked. He liked Boston, the group Boston, and he liked Brian Adams. Those were his 2 things he'd listen to, and they weren't top of my radar. Um, so it kind of was difficult. There was a
Yeah,
lot of years without music.
right, right.
Then I
Well,
met
okay.
this.
Yeah, well, let's do it. Yeah, you met Steve. Now, before we get into you two meeting and stuff, let's pick on Steve a little bit here. Now, I want to take you
Yeah.
back to the same age group, same kind of question.
All right.
What was getting banged into your head?
Well, my grandfathers used to sing a lot of, a lot of songs in French a lot of times, but also
Oh,
the old, like traditional songs and stuff. And
sure.
and my grandmother played an organ, like an old Hammond organ that had the foot pedals, and I used to watch her feet go on it. And she
Mm,
taught me how to play, like Christmas songs, like Silent Night or whatever.
you're right.
And my dad was in a barbershop, a quartet. So the guys
Wow.
would be over in the kitchen. They'd be singing their songs and doing the harmony. And I started to hear that for the first time. And my mom
Wow.
used to sing around the house all the time. Play the records for us and sing. And I learned all types of songs. From
Okay.
different eras.
So,
Yeah.
when you got to be a teenager, was there a certain genre that you clung on to and listened to the most?
No, I kind of liked everything. Like the rock music that was popular at that time. Like
Sure. Sure.
like Cheap Trick and stuff like that. I
Oh,
also have kind of a weird, like, like I like the bubblegum songs, I guess you'd call
oh,
them,
sure.
like Archies and things like that. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
them because they're happy. So I've always
Yeah.
liked those. That's not my inspiration or anything. Like Jim Croce and the Beatles are more my inspiration, but that's my fun songs.
They're fun songs. Yeah, most definitely, they're fun songs. They're classics,
Mhm.
and yeah, we can reminisce on those. So
Yeah.
now you got to playing some instruments young. Same question: when you were a teenager, after 18, is this something you wanted to pursue music or just go into the work field?
I did I did for a while, and I brought my guitar to school with me when I went to college and everything. So I kept it up throughout. It's just I never really thought about anything as far as a music career was going.
Okay.
Started to dabble into writing a little bit, but that was about it at that point.
So before you two met, you really didn't know where you were going to go with your music, probably.
Right.
Okay.
She
All
probably did more than I did. She probably
right.
had more
I
info.
sang on any stage I could get on,
Oh, well,
but
there you go. Watch out for Heather. She's jumping on the
whether it was
stage.
karaoke or whatever, I always volunteered to sing.
Well, that's good. All right, Heather, when did you meet this guy? How old were you guys?
I was 29. You were 31.
30, 31,
30,
something like
31.
that.
And we met we were accountants. He sat behind me, and I was basically in a field with all guys, pretty much. And my sister Mary had died and I had created Mary's song, and I don't play the guitar, but I had the guitar part in my head. So I turned around at work one day and said, "Do you play the guitar?" And he was like, "Yeah, I play in the closet. Nobody's ever going to hear it." I go, "Well, you need to get it out of the closet, and I need to hear it. So, can you record some?" And these are still the days of the cassette tape.
Oh yeah.
It was 31 years ago, 32 years ago. So he did. He made a cassette tape recording that night and brought it in the next morning. And that was exactly the acoustic guitar I was looking for. So I said, "Well, we're going to do Mary's song." And he's like, "What?" I go, "I need to get this down because I'm going to forget it." So we started on Wednesday nights, became our practice sessions.
Oh, yeah.
So every Wednesday night, religiously, we did music. So we started out with Mary's song, and then we were like, "Well, that went pretty well. Let's do more."
All right.
So we rolled with it from there. And then every Wednesday night, it became a thing. Usually it was done in the basement of his house at the time. And I would go over there and we'd just, it was weird. He'd play something and go, "Does that have lyrics yet?" "No." "Okay." I put lyrics to it then and there.
She just started,
Whatever
came out.
Whatever came out,
Yeah.
came out. Luckily, we recorded it all on VHS. So,
Not all of it, but
well, a lot of it.
Oh,
Many
right.
hours of
enough
it.
to get songs out, recreate songs out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. We put it on a little stick.
Yep. Now we started getting a little bit known because we were going out to open mics and that. Now I always adored and loved the stage. Him, not so much.
Okay.
He's the more reserved one of the two of us.
Definitely.
I'm seventh child out of 8 kids. I want to be heard.
You want to be heard?
How I got heard.
I love that.
Singing was how I got noticed. I did that better than anything else. So
Yeah,
that was how I got heard. Him, not so much. I had to kind of pry it out of him. So at first I was the singer, he was the player. Then, I said, we need more. And I was naturally really drawn to harmonies. So I'm like, "You're going to have to carry the tune. I'm going to do the harmony." So I kind of forced him into a lot of this at first. The early years were a lot of coaxing, shall we say.
Yeah.
I paid for a lot of brew for him to.
That'll work.
There you go.
Gotcha,
Wow.
Steve.
That is kind of the truth. That kind of is the truth.
It is the truth.
A lot of beer works. That's wonderful.
So why don't you add a little bit more about what we did? We did a lot of charities. We did a lot of 40th, 50th birthday parties. We did a lot of home. People would hire us to do their backyard gigs.
Oh, sure.
Type of thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
we practice the songs as much as we can, but a lot of the ways I learned, like the harmony, to work on it, was we got in the car and we like to drive. So we drive up the coast here in New England and stuff, and we play the radio. Like the country stations or the Beatles have the good harmonies in them.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I kept working it and working it and working it. Now I can,
Now you got it. I do have to ask a personal question here, and I'm going back in time a little bit. But
Okay.
You were a poet. He's a guitar player. You asked him if he could put notes to your words. He did. You got together on Wednesday nights, whatever, every week. Who asked who out first?
It was funny. We were like a duo. We were an acoustic
Right.
duo. We were that for so many years, but we were also, through all of that, we became best friends. I shared my deepest, darkest secrets with him and he with me. And I was single for 11 years before he was single. And so I always just looked at him. He's my partner on the stage. He's my the other half of the duo. But he found himself single, and I was actually going to get a roommate because my kids were older and they were all moving out at this point.
Sure.
So I have 3 kids. He doesn't have any children. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be alone. I'm going to have to hire a roommate. I'm going to have to get a renter in here.
Right.
And he was like, "What about me?" I was like, whoa.
And so it begins.
So
yeah,
that
bold,
was-
Steve. Yeah.
I little did we know, we both were totally in love with each other. We through the music, we did fall in love, but we didn't ever really, express that or anything. So it was really a cool thing. We all of a sudden were together and it was just natural. It was like we got to play music now whenever we wanted. And that's
Cool.
what it was. Our apartment became a music studio, more or less. It was just, I mean, we didn't record at that point, but we
Right.
just played and played and played and played, found songs we loved, found songs
Beautiful.
we didn't like, and we just explored all of music then. So that was the beginning of that. We never thought of doing an album or anything until we did do a cassette version. What did he call it? Reel to reel, to get Mary's song down.
Okay.
Mary's song is not yet on CD form or out there on. It's not.
That's
It's not
social,
out there
as
for
they
people
say.
to hear.
Right.
It's social yet. That's going to be one of the next projects because we need a really good violinist for that song
Okay.
because I want it to weep. It's a weepy song.
Maybe even a cello. is
Maybe even a
more
cello.
fun,
We're thinking
Nice.
really
I like
huge
that.
Work with it. Yeah.
on the
Okay.
strings with this song. And the next phase of so we did an album a few years ago. We retired. We did Autumn Soul Revival.
Tell them why.
That's revival because we revived Autumn Soul. And he can tell you when he decided to foot the cost of a CD.
Because she signed up to be in a contest, like a talent contest at the beach. There's a big
Okay.
stage up there, and everybody gets up there and sings. And I didn't feel like being involved in something like that. She got up there and did it, and I'm in the audience. I'm listening to her, and I go, she has to do something more with this music. And I said, if I don't do it with her, then she's going to go off by herself somehow, and she has to,
Yeah.
So that's when I decided, okay, we'll do an album together, and we'll work that out. I called E.J. Willette and said, can we do this, that, and the other thing? And he added the instrumentation on a few
Okay.
on the songs and stuff, and recorded it, engineered it and stuff. So
I
that's
love
where,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, it's 7 tracks, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I was listening to all the songs. Beautiful, great. I mean, you got a little country, alternative pop, rock, even some crony stuff going on in there. I love it. It's great. Well, before we get any farther, one of you, please tell everybody out there where they can find your music and everything about you.
We're on all streaming sites, Amazon, Spotify, you name it. We're on any streaming site.
Music,
Yeah,
yeah.
Apple Music, any of those. We're also out on YouTube. We also have our own website, Autumn Soul
Autumn Soul Revival.
Revival.com.
And that's the name that we use on YouTube as well.
Yep, and
And
also on Facebook.
Right.
Beautiful. Okay, great. Now, you guys have been doing the duo thing for how many years now?
30.
31, 31.
1994.
Yeah.
94. Okay, so you played a lot of different things and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Now, you've played smaller venues, you've played weddings, you've played backyards, you've played probably festivals and bigger stages. I like
Yep.
to ask, do you like the smaller venues where the people are more intimate, or you like a bigger stage where you got a bigger crowd to please?
We're drawn more to the smaller, intimate thing. One of our favorite things we do, and we're doing one this weekend, is the veterans homes.
Oh, beautiful.
And we've done it. That's been amazing, and especially if we're in the memory ward or the ones with brain injury and memory dementia unit. You watch these guys and men and women. You watch them come alive to music,
Like the song
and,
touches inside
and
of
we've
them.
kind of learned what they like and what they don't like.
Like Country Roads is a very, everyone knows that song, so
Right.
everybody comes alive and starts to sing it
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Yeah.
Dude, I thank you for that. I've done many military shows, and it means a lot to do that, definitely.
Oh yeah, they're
So
very
don't-
rewarding. We work with Rolling Thunder a lot.
Oh, nice. Very,
Yeah.
Well, good. So you like the more intimate venues, and where there's probably, 50, 7,500 people at the maximum, maybe at those
Yep.
venues? Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Well,
Sometimes
good.
up to 200 can still be intimate, but
Sure.
we enjoy that.
Now, since you've retired, have you had more of a chance to get out of your state, maybe do a little touring or anything around the tri-state area?
We do a lot. We've done Maine, we've done New Hampshire, Massachusetts. So we have done the
So
tri-state, those
not
areas.
not anything out of New England, really.
Right.
No.
Other than when we went down for the
Oh, yeah.
ISSA, we did get on the stage in Alpharetta.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Yep. I have it right on my tab.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there, and of course I didn't win, so I'm still crying in my beer.
Well, there's next year.
There's next year. There is. And you won the award, a duo of the year.
We did. We won the silver. We were like shocked. I mean, literally, he was
She had
shocked.
to go.
I had
You
to
won,
nudge
you
him.
won.
You
out of
won.
the seat.
Steve, you got it. Brother, you got it.
What's happening?
And little did anybody know, but at that show, Steven had a broken femur.
Oh,
But he
no.
didn't want to show up with the cane, and he was supposed to be walking with a cane.
Steve.
And he didn't want to show up looking feeble in any way, shape, or form. So he did the whole weekend without it. Well, when we won, I was so excited and pushed him like out of the way to get out of the chair. He was going kind of slow because he still wasn't
I'm
connecting.
hobbling up the stairs.
That's us
Just
on the
guy, you know.
stage. That's our song. And we just won.
You left Steve
back.
back.
I looked at the video. I'm streamlined straight to the stage. I'm running like 20 feet ahead of him. The
And
poor
I'm
guy's
dragging
hobbling up
my
the
leg up the
stairs.
stairs. Yeah.
I did the bad wife move there.
You can show her up next year, Steve. That's funny. No, you got that award. Anything happening with the Josie or the Grammys?
Not this year.
No.
Last year, the
And the
year
year
before
before.
last, we were put in for the Grammys by E.J. Willott, but we didn't put in for anything else. We've been focusing on ISSA pretty much as our award base.
Sure.
We're not ones that put in for a lot of awards, so it's kind of funny, but it's like we really love ISSA. We've met so many awesome people through it.
Great people.
We already did one collaboration, and I'm looking forward to doing as many more as we can do.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
So,
Good deal.
we're open to working with anybody. So.
Well, good. And now, when you go in the studio, and you said the producer engineer adds the extra tracks, instruments. Are there other people? Do you have a band that you can use once in a while, or you just always do it?
No.
Nope, we're more an acoustic. It's funny. People that know us regularly, that see us, they prefer our acoustic performance.
Sure. Oh, sure.
They're like, we loved your album, but so when we record next, we're going to do the tracks ourselves. We do the recording at home anyway.
Oh, okay.
And we'll just have it mastered because my kids are part of that we like your acoustic thing. And they're just like, Mom, we know you wanted to do it and you wanted to add instrumentation, but we prefer your acoustic.
But there are times, though, I think to myself, a band would be cool because then you could have the beat behind you.
Right.
We could both sing at some point, and I wouldn't have to maybe even be strumming and be able to look at her and sing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never had that
So,
chance.
And it takes the pressure off a little bit, as
It does.
to,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, you never know.
We're open to anything.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. So, I'm listening to the music. I love it. I mean, it hits me. And I'm going to say it gave me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Now, I ain't getting soft people, but it gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling. And it brought me back it actually brought me back into my mind driving through the Joshua Tree Desert out in California.
Wow.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like it brings back good vibes. I like that. Definitely. And while I'm speaking about that, you think I get a song out of you too?
Absolutely.
Let's do that. Let's see if we get a song out of Heather and Roy. Autumn Soul, people. Love it when the artists can always perform. Hey, there's the guitar. Beautiful. I want it.
What are we going to do? Dream.
What are we going to do?
Maker, man. Say that I've got I've got no clothes upon my back, and holy tattered shoes upon my feet.
You'll always have a place to go. You never want for nothing in your life. Hold on to your dreams, they'll be coming true. The real life comes, it cuts you like a knife. Look to the stars, don't look that far. Right here on your dream making mind. It's plain to see what love means to me. So put your trust in the dream making mind. Oh, dream maker mind. Though you're feeling sad now, baby, don't be scared, just reach out your hands. There's a star in the sky that's shining bright. The future now is better than your plans. Look to the stars, don't look that far. Right here on your dream maker mind. It's plain to see what love means to me. So put your trust in the dream maker mind. Oh, dream maker mind. Take us home, Heather.
So the world, it seems to be faster. No time to sit and talk and see. Keep the faith, baby, it's coming true. And real life can be better than our dreams. Look to the stars, don't look that far.
Right here on your dream maker mind.
It's plain to see what love means to me.
So put your trust in the dream maker mind. Oh, dream maker mind. Oh, dream maker mind. Oh, dream maker mind. Oh, dream.
Oh, wow, amazing, beautiful, harmonizing.
you.
Wow, knock my socks off. I love it. Whoa, whoa. And folks out there, don't go anywhere. You check out their music after this show here, okay? Before I continue, Steve, the guitar, it looks like it's older, late 70s, early 80s.
Well, it looks like that, but it's an Ovation. I bought it when we were out in LA, actually, at Sam Ash Music. I
Oh,
saw it, and I couldn't resist all the inlays in it. So I
oh,
had to
yeah.
have,
Oh,
you know,
beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And
Thank
what's
you.
funny is I went through a phase where I wouldn't rent a car and drive because I was afraid if I didn't know where we were. So we
Yeah.
were out in LA to see John Hyatt, and we were at the hotel on Sunset Strip, and we walked from where the hotel down to Sam Ash and back.
Right.
Down without a guitar, back with the hard body case and everything. It was the funniest thing. People like stopping. Do you need a lift? Where you playing?
You're right. You're right. LA's crazy. I lived there a couple of years, and it crazy city. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the traffic.
Oh, yeah,
We
sure,
did.
but
We
it
had
was
never
good.
been there, but it was fun.
It is a fun time. All right, well, we're going to have even more fun now because I get to ask you questions where we get to have fun and find out the answers to this. Oh, we're going to get personal now, guys.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Let's do this. All right. You've been in the business a while. You've been doing this a while in front of small crowds, large crowds. So let's find out some great answers from these two. All right.
All right.
Let's. First question here. This is going to be two places, and each of you get an answer on this. Think around the world. What two stages anywhere in this world would Heather and Roy like to perform on?
Oh, wow.
Steve Freud.
Always the Grand Ole Opry's always been on my thing. We've actually never been down to Nashville, amazingly enough.
Really?
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
We've just we've never. I don't know how. I don't know how that slipped up, but that's definitely on my radar. Definitely as one of the places.
Yeah.
Another place that would be really, really cool to play on would be Red Rocks.
Oh my
Colorado.
God, she said it. That was my
I've
answer.
been there.
That was
I've seen
Steve's.
concerts there,
She took
but
my
I've
answer.
never sung there. And that would be like, whoa. To sing Don Denver on that stage would be like, yeah, that's on the
I can see you two on that stage. I've been on it. It's a beautiful sounding stage. It's a great arena. Definitely.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful. All right. Let's go to the next one. You get two answers on this one. And you can let Steve have an answer on this one, I think.
Okay.
But
Maybe not.
maybe not. We'll see. But this has got to do with people. A person that's alive, a person that's passed away. Who have you two always in your lifetime wanted to step on stage and perform with? It could be individually or together.
It'd be Paul McCartney for me, or Jim
Oh.
Crow, but he's dead. But
Yep,
that,
that's your dead.
those are
and
my
alive.
inspirations. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Mine would be John Denver and Robert Plant. Robert Plant.
Ah.
He was on my wall. Him and Roger Daltrey were my two rock gods as a team. And we got to meet Roger, so.
Did
Robert
you?
Plant. Yeah, we kind of met Robert Plant. We put our hand on his van, and he
And he
held
put
his
his hand
up
on the inside.
There you go.
as he was driving slowly off
I remember.
at the Orpheum in Boston.
Yeah.
I remember watching Jimmy Page play, and I just kept bowing down. It was all I could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't compare. I know I can't do that. All right, now this question here, I like to hear the answer on this, and I would like you both to answer this individually. Let's go that we're on an intimate stage. 100 people out there, 150 people are out there. And let's say you start playing, you start performing, and people turn around. They come towards you. They start swinging, swaying. They might start dancing. I don't know what they're doing, but maybe you see them singing your music. If you see that, how's it hit each of you in the heart and make you
Oh
feel?
my God.
It does. We've a lot of people know some of our songs, and I've seen just at a really good open mic, one of them we go to, they're all pretty much professional musicians, and to see them all sing and play and know the songs and get excited about it, it's an awesome thing. But to see people who we don't know, who don't see us on a regular
Tapping
basis,
toes
would
or
be
singing.
even
Yeah.
more. I do, every time we do sing, we just did my brother's 70th birthday party, and there were about 70 people there, 65, 70.
Oh,
And to watch them tapping their toes to our songs and to cry. I saw a few people were
wow.
crying on one of the songs we did, and I said, wow, that's a dream come true right there. That's worth
Yeah.
every bit of everything we've ever done, just to experience that.
In all those moments, you remember them all, no matter how many they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a great feel. It's a great feel.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: am I froze on the screen on your end?
You are a little bit. Yeah,
A
you
little
are.
bit. Am I moving at all?
Yeah. No, you're not moving. You're looking.
Okay, I'll stay right there. I'll be right back.
You're
Okay.
moving.
We're moving.
All right, you stay right there. Don't go.
You're in awe. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yep, we've heard you right all along.
Yeah, that never stopped.
Oh no.
Where are you?
He's gonna come back.
Is this it now?
He's gonna come back. The joy of technology.
Yes. Do, 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 do.
Uh-oh. He's offline. But
Uh-oh.
you're coming back. He's coming back. Here he comes. It's showing offline, but maybe it's gonna
Can
come
you see
online.
something in that screen too?
Yeah, that's
Is that
where
the
I
live
see
version
him.
of it?
Yep.
It shows there, but not up in our screen.
Here
Here
he
it comes.
He's gonna come.
Come on down.
All right, he's gonna come. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh.
Do, 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 do. Do you do that?
Doom 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 doo 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 ba 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 ba. Hey people.
How's it
We
going?
just may have to go into another song.
No, wait for him. Technical difficulties. But it's funny, it shows there.
Yeah, that's us over there.
Right, but
I
Yes.
hear you, yes.
just
A white screen. Yeah, we
Yes.
see ourselves, and you're showing us offline on the little. It's like a split screen. The live preview showing you as offline, but the other one, the participants, is showing us, and then showing a white screen with your name. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, I like that. We'll do a Christmas song, and it's not a very well known one because it's just
Somebody-
not. It's not one that's played often. It's a Randy Travis, and we just really love this song. It's called "Old Time Christmas."
The old log is burning, yellow and red. Small eyes are fighting that old sleepy head. Stockings are filled while stories of goodwill are told at the edge of the bed. It's an old time Christmas, family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memories.
Now the gifts are all open. You play guitar. Miley nods off in a chair. And the smells from the kitchen are too fine to mention. There's peace on earth everywhere. It's an old time Christmas, family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memories.
Church bells are ringing, choirs are singing. Everywhere there's love in the air. It's an old time Christmas. Family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memory. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memory.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Well, as I just have to go into this because it makes me laugh, because when we're married to each other, and you know how that goes, but we're also musicians that are working together trying to work out songs, and sometimes sometimes it gets a little tense.
A little.
So because you're still married to each other, but you're still like, no, yes, no, don't do that, stop being that way, blah 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 blah, or whatever, so
Yep.
that's the interesting part behind the scenes.
It's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Uh-oh. Yep. About the most, oh, well, I can tell you I've forgot words before, lyrics, or changed lyrics, or would start a song totally in a different key, totally in a different thing, and he follows me wherever I go, whatever rabbit hole I go in, he follows me. The thing a lot of people don't know about Steve is he's legally blind, so he can't depend on having an iPad or anything to help bring him back. He has to memorize everything we do, and or play it by ear or whatever. He has to follow me wherever, and he has been known to follow me down that rabbit hole, pull me back out, only to have me go back down a second time. But he's really, really, really good at that. He knows I'm unpredictable. I lose myself in the performance sometimes, and it's not so much that it's that I'm enjoying being up there so much. I watch people, and I get lost in that sometimes. Sometimes he's playing, and okay, we're on this version tonight where she doesn't sing her lyrics.
Well, that's where the bridge is now. Okay.
Oh, the bridge is going there. All right. But he's so good at it, people don't notice. I notice, and I usually giggle or laugh or whatever. Some people who have seen us many, many, many times do notice and they laugh. But he's really good at following me wherever I go. And I just love performing in that. I've had some things be faulty, like my mic stand that would keep going down, so I'd end up on my knees singing. Just
one of the first gigs we ever played was at an open mic in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and it was this weird mic stand with a baseball on the other end. That
it was actually a cue ball,
and
a hand.
And she's singing, and the thing's falling, and it was too much. Yeah. So, and we do another song. It's "Love Is a Rose," and we're playing at a I don't know, a town event or something, a fair. A string broke.
Oh yeah.
And so I stopped playing, and we did the end like a cappella. So now that's the way we do it.
Yeah.
We've
now,
done it from that day on.
And it was a perfect point for it to be done because it was the end of the song.
Yeah.
So we just do it a cappella at that point always now.
But that came from a mistake into a good thing. It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so other than that, there hasn't really been anything. I mean, I've almost stepped off stage before and stuff, but managed to catch myself beforehand.
I don't know how I'd handle that one.
It wouldn't be graceful.
No. Yeah, exactly.
And I would keep singing too.
You would if you still
From
had the
ground.
mic in your hand.
Yes, Caden Gordon. What happened was we met him down in Atlanta this year. This was our first year going, our first year in ISSA, and so we were down there. I really wanted to sing at the pre-show. I really, really wanted to do it. I mean, not the pre-party, the post-party, the after-party, and but we couldn't figure out how to get our guitar down there without it costing a lot extra and that. So and it'd be an 18-hour drive from here to there. So that probably wasn't going to happen, being that I'm the only driver. So I happened to overhear him say that there was some
Opening.
people an opening or two because people had either to
They
change
weren't
their mind or
playing
whatever.
something.
So I had to rally up without him knowing, because if I mentioned it to him ahead of time, he would have said no, we didn't plan on it. But I had to rally up a guitar, rally up. I went up
Pick
to him and
and
said, "Do you have a pick in
stage.
your pocket?" He's like, "Why would I have a pick? I don't have my guitar." I said, "Oh darn!" So I had to get a pick, and then I said to Caden, "If you can get us up on that stage, we will work with you." So he did. He got us up on the stage, and we have done some things for him. We've gone out to the western
And
part
he
of the
sent some
state,
of our
and he
songs
sent
out.
some of our
So,
songs out. So
radios
we've
and
been
stuff.
working with them.
Yeah.
So it's really been a cool thing. We've also done a collaboration with Bo Hoss and Cindy Lou, where they asked us to sing a Broadway tune. So
From Oklahoma.
so that was really kind of stepping out of our thing, only because I love Broadway, but to do a Western Broadway was a little bit out of our norm. But we really loved it, and actually people are coming up to us and saying, "We love that song you did. That you got to sing that," but we don't have the background music to
It has
it.
to be like karaoke.
It's
or
like
something.
it'd be a karaoke deal.
Yeah.
I actually got asked to sing it at a memorial for my brother-in-law from my sister this weekend. So I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll manage to find a
Figure
way.
it out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. First of all, do it. Do it young. Just step outside of your comfort zone. Do whatever you need to hit a stage before you hit a major stage. Do your open mics, do karaoke if you have to, do whatever you need to do. But follow your own genre, follow your own heart, follow your own music, and don't change your style for anyone. I think that's the best advice I can give.
And coming from a person who had, stage fright, the only answer to that is to do it. That's the only. It's the only cure. You can read your books. You can think about it. The only way to do it is to do it. And
Yep.
That's it. So.
And just don't sell out. Just do it. It's all about the music. The music is the biggest part of it. Yep. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hi to everyone that
All our
supports
family
us,
and
all our
friends.
family
Yeah.
and friends. It means the world to us that you support us. Come out when we're playing. Come out and hear us. Come out and hear everybody who asks you to come out and hear them play. We're nothing without the audience. An audience makes it.
And also the people who are in our lives, the the other musicians that we play with every
Yeah.
other Wednesday. I mean, they've inspired me so much. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
It got me out of my shell, and it's just amazing to me. So
Yep.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope to see you this year.
Good.
Awesome.
Okay. Good. You too. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year. All right.